Not
like that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you can also do just long, gentle, no sound. Okay, all three same. Same, okay? Only natural breathing. No feminine and no masculine. Okay? 3 times. And then 3 times here, 3 times here. So when it's long, gentle, no sound, the visualization become very, very good because you have time. Okay. Now, did I talk about the visualization before?
Of the energy moving down the body to the earth.
Yes, yes, yeah. So you can, just when you breathe in like a green, it's the essence of 5 elements. The essence of 5 elements. You can visualize in a form of green color. So green energy, going up, okay, through the left channel and going down. And then when it comes to the navel, then you, in a form of smoke, black smoke, okay, and visualize that all the stress, diseases, sadness, everything coming in a form of smoke, and like this, and think that your right channel and all the 72,000 channels are being purified 3 times. Then you move to the other side, and then you clean the left channel. So if you do like this, or okay, so this case, so breathe in, so here, breathe in, then below the navel, then it comes here. So you close this and same, you see? And then after that, 3 times, and then you clean the central channel. So breathe in, green energy coming down below the navel, and then these 2 channels going into the central channel, and then it comes straight, and it comes from the crown like this, like that. Okay, so 3 channels are being purified, and think that all the diseases in your body, all the mental negative emotions, like stress, anxiety, depression, all these are emotions, sadness, jealousy, attachment, desire, all kinds of emotions are, you see, just coming out in the form of smoke. So 3 times, just relax and do it, and see the difference. When you have emotions, do this, see the difference, how effective it is, If you don't do, then what can I do? I'm teaching. If you don't do, what can I do? you have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you are here to learn, So when I teach this, you must do this, and then you will have experience.
Yeah.
So when you have experience, that is the best knowledge.
Of course.
So knowledge in Tibetan, we have 3 kinds of knowledge. Okay. Knowledge through listening, including reading. Reading is a silent listening. Then knowledge through contemplation, analyzing. Okay. Then knowledge through really putting that knowledge into practice. So when you practice, then again you will have a different knowledge, and this is the best knowledge. Sherabla, Töjungi Sherabla, Töbale Chungwe Sherab, Töbale Chungwe Sherab, through hearing, through listening. And then Samjung Lare, Samjungi Sherab, through Samotanje, you analyze, you think. Okay, so through analysis, then you will have another kind of a wisdom or knowledge. Then when you convince that this should be, Then you practice it. 곰중시래. 곰중기 shut-ups. 퇴중기 shut-up. 썸중기 shut-up. 곰중기 shut-ups. shut-up 디 나노 약쇼 초도 요디 들어와. 곰중기 shut-up으로 와. 누쳐. 호상. So through hearing or listening, and through contemplation and through meditation.
And contemplating is just thinking what you have read or
thinking is like studying. You analyze, you know, you examine, you analyze, and then okay, this should be, you know, then you feel convinced. When you generate conviction within, this should be, and then you practice this, use this. Okay.
What is the listening in Tibetan?
퇴중기 시랍 퇴중 퇴발의 중에서 그래. That comes from, that arisen from listening. That
what does shut mean? Education?
Shut wisdom, knowledge, insight. Insight.
Insight.
INSIGHT. Insight.
Thank you.
Not inside the room. Inside, you can say wisdom, you can say knowledge, you know. So 3 types of knowledge. And the best convincing knowledge is through meditation. And you put that analytical knowledge into action through practice, then it generates another knowledge. And that is considered to be one of the best kind of a excellent supreme knowledge. Otherwise, usually, you know, most of them you just listen, it's all information, you know. Oh, he said that, okay. You don't analyze. It's called blind faith. And it's, oh, it's said in the science, E is equal to MC squared. How can you prove that E is MC squared? We're common people, and you believe in that. So it's a blind faith. And then we say, oh, we should go follow, we should do like scientists. Oh, they prove it, but you didn't prove it. You're blind faith, you're just following it. Exactly like, you see, the religious, you know, the followers of different religions. You don't analyze. It's pure blind faith. Because it's all information. You just listen. You don't do analysis. So after analysis, then you have a different kind of a wisdom or insight or knowledge. And when you feel it's convinced through logics and reasoning, and then use that. And then do practice, meditation practice. And then it will generate another knowledge. And that is actually one of the best knowledge. Okay, that's why in terms of meditation, analytical meditation is more powerful than single-pointed meditation. So we'll learn today and the next 3 sessions, we will learn analytical meditation. Okay?
Sounds good.
Okay, any questions? So we'll start. Correct. Today, so in terms of breathing, okay, this 9-round breathing, you just do 3 natural breathing. Maningilung, long, gentle, no sound. All 3. 3. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Good. So next, kardo love de kare.
Meditation on loving and kindness.
Okay. So chamba say that. Tibetan word is chamba say that. Loving kindness. So first, what is loving kindness? Chamba sena kare chamba. In the 4 immeasurables, we have Chamba Tseme, Ningji Tseme, Gawa Tseme, Tangyum Tseme, and Yungorwa. Have you heard about the 4 immeasurables that we say?
Oh, yeah.
So the first is called Chamba. So what is Chamba? What is loving kindness? Beth, yeah. Daegyong in the first what is
Oh my
chamba?
God, not me.
What is chamba?
Um,
What is your understanding
Chamba.
chamba? Understanding on chamba. What do you understand by chamba or loving kindness?
Really,
Yeah.
Kare,
Mhm.
go ahead. What
Go
do you
ahead,
understand by loving kindness?
Oh, you want me to go first?
Or whoever, it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
okay.
go ahead.
Go ahead, Beth.
No, you go.
Oh, you want me to go? Oh.
그냥 동마 video 봐 video.
Okay, sure. I think loving kindness is like, loving kindness
chamba
is
별개라.
like, I think being kind and compassionate towards other beings.
Compassion 말해. Compassion은
Okay,
들어
maybe.
닌지 세메라. chamba 세면서는 가래. chamba 세나 가래 당고. 별개라.
Okay, I'm just guessing. Chamba, I think it's something to do with
교다.
kindness.
샘지엔 탐제 대화탕.
Okay, it's like Simje, Tamje, Dewatang.
대화당 대외교다 대마교실러다 갈라 그래.
Simje, Tamje is like animals, right? Like all the people.
Animal.
No, all sentence beings? No.
Okay. 인지게 마이야네 그냥 chamba 세나 가르 고추도.
Someone
지금에는
else.
메란. You say I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's best answer.
I don't know.
But when we recite prayers, the four immeasurable prayers, what do you understand by the first one? May all sentient beings be happy and the causes of happiness. That's the first line of the four immeasurable prayers. What do you understand by loving kindness?
Think of no, being open, no judgment, having an open heart, and seeing someone. No.
Okay. So, 저거 있나? 기나 있나? 근데 너 좀 봐.
Maybe like caring about someone else. 잠발랐나?
딱 킨도돼. 재장가. The point is you don't read.
Okay.
You don't study. 그래서 개침을 빼러 와 돼서 그냥 또 믹스에게 배바이나로 와 돼서 빼 개침을 먼저 교르더라 딱 와. 샘전 탐전 대화나 대외 규나 내마 규지나도 또 대화로 와 대화. Wishing to be happy said it.
Oh.
Wishing to be happy is loving.
That is the loving kindness.
Oh, wishing.
So innately we wish to be happy, right? We wish to be happy all the time. It's always there with us. That's why you're studying. That's why you are here for the meditation or mindfulness sessions. Okay, that's why you're working. Because why? Because we want to be happy.
And what is happy? I think of it. What is happy to you?
We'll talk later, okay?
Okay.
But we always want to be happy, right? 대화 세들와. That sense of, that wish or sense of having happiness or satisfaction for bad, to be satisfied. That satisfaction, that's why every sentient being, including cockroaches in your kitchen, the bees in the garden, the butterflies, the birds, the fishes in the ocean, human beings, this crazy New York City, everyone is moving. Why? Because everybody wants happiness. That wish, technically, it's called chamba in Tibetan. Okay? So in the best translation, they call it loving kindness. That we have loving kindness. Okay, so what is loving kindness? Wishing to be happy.
Wishing to be happy.
And that you have all the time. You sleep. Why? Because you want to be happy. You get up, you eat, you go to toilet, because you want to be happy. If you don't do popo or pee, you suffer, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that wish is called chamba, metriya in Sanskrit, metriya. Okay, or in Pali they call metta. This is the technical term. Okay.
Wait, so
Yeah.
you're just wishing happiness for yourself, not
No,
for
no.
others?
Doesn't matter.
Or
You or
doesn't
doesn't matter.
matter?
That
Okay.
wish you have.
It's just like the wish.
Yeah, that wish to be happy. Very
Wish to be
simple.
happy. Got it.
Don't you wish to be happy?
I think, yeah, everyone.
Yeah, people also they what do you call this, suicide, because they wish to be happy. You know, it's the same. I want to be happy. You know, so they suicide because of that wish. Because they're suffering. They want to be happy, so they thought suicide is the best method to be happy. So that wish is called chamba, chesanga, which you have all the time.
Right.
Okay, now you know. So first, learn to love yourself. Okay. Before loving others, first learn to love yourself. Why? Because you wish to be happy. There's a Tibetan kind of saying, it's a teaching, you know. Rangi lula pelane shela neva majiji sonre. Taking your body as an example, do not hurt others. Okay? So if somebody hurts you, you suffer. Why? Because you want to be happy. So never hurt others, because they also wish to be happy. Very simple. Rangi lula pelang ne shela neva majiji la. Very simple. Taking your body as an example, do not hurt others. Why? Because they also wish to be happy. I also wish to be happy. Right? It's a very simple reason. And when somebody said bad thing to you, it's a verbal action, you feel hurt. Therefore, do not say bad thing to others, because they will also hurt. Very simple. Simple reason. Okay?
Yep.
Same. Now you're understanding this. First, you love yourself, because I want to be happy. Then you think about, if you sit and think about your, for example, your parents or your children or your siblings, you know, to whom you love. They also wish happiness. Same feeling as I am. So first you start with your parents, who are very, very grateful to you. And you see, they also want happiness. So then think about them. I'm never going to hurt them. Why? Because rangi lula pelane shela never majins. Someone sha na gom gorda. Deva dugyora suzu deva. You want to be happy, and then you extend this to your near and dear ones, like your relatives, sisters, brothers, then cousins, then whole family. Then you start, if you're in school, you start with your classmates, schoolmates, then to the, city, okay, then to the country or state, and to the American citizen, then to the whole world, then to the whole universe. So you slowly, you multiply the number of people, and then also to the sentient beings, including cockroaches. You try to touch the cockroach, run away. Why? Because the cockroach wants to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
And this wish is with all sentient beings. No? If you try to touch, they try to run away. Ants, spiders, or they try to attack you. Why? Because they want happiness. They do not want somebody to hurt them. So this wishing to be happiness is always with each and every sentient being. And remember, memorize this. Taking your body as an example, do not hurt others. So this is how you practice meditation, and through analytical, you must analyze this. You sit down, remember, back straight. So let's practice together now. Whatever we do, right now you're studying, even just keeping straight, because we want happiness. Really feel it from the heart. I want happiness. Say mentally, I want happiness. I'm doing all sort of things just because I want happiness. So this wish is always with me. So you mentally analyze. From morning until now, you have been doing all sort of things. Why? Because I want happiness. Very simple. Then you think about those people who are grateful to you, or someone whom you love. They also wish the same thing. They are also moving, making every effort to be happy. Like parents, they're making a lot of effort to make their kids successful. Why? Simply because they want to be happy themselves. Because when the kids are successful, they feel happy. So you use any logic, you say, it's because you want happiness. Very simple. Then if somebody said something bad to your parents, you get angry. Why? Okay, so like this, you expand slowly. Right now, it will take time, but practice this. Everybody, including insects. So that extension, then we say, oh, may all sentient beings be happy and have the causes to be happy. To be happy, there's so many causes and conditions. When the causes and conditions come together, then there is the result. So for happiness, there should be causes and conditions. When they all come together, then you will be happy. And later we'll talk about what are the causes and conditions. But right now, we know I wish to be happy. And then my parents wish be happy, my siblings, friends, and you extend this to all sentient beings in the whole universe. Remember, by taking my body as an example, do not hurt others, physically, verbally, and mentally. Why? Because when somebody hurts you, physically, verbally, and mentally, you suffer. So same, from today onwards, I'm not going to hurt anybody physically, verbally, and mentally. Why? Because everybody wants to be happy, like me. Even somebody who you do not like, they seem like you. They want to be happy. They hurt you because they want to be happy. Very simple. Sometimes you also hurt somebody because you want to be happy. It's very simple, same logic. You know? So therefore, from your side, never ever do any negative actions, physical actions, verbal actions, or mental actions. That's why the 10 non-virtuous actions come into being as a discipline, the Buddhist world. 3 physical actions, 4 verbal actions, and 3 mental actions. So you learn about them, you see. It's called the 10 non-virtuous actions. And 10 non-virtuous actions, if you stop doing them, actually it will make you very, very happy. And all these actions are related to others. Okay, so like this, use logics. Always remember the Rangilula Pelanation or never magicians. Memorize this and say this yourself. Taking my body as an example, do not hurt others. Keep this in mind. Then in the next, then we'll talk about, I want to be happy. We'll learn about who is that I, later. Okay, so that you learn, practice today.
Yep.
And coming weeks, what's the next topic?
Meditation on compassion.
Okay. Now this in the 4 immeasurable prayers. Semjen Tamjen Dungendan Dungenkudan Jevarkujislara. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. So now what is compassion? Ningji senakare. Chamba, now we know, wish to be happy. So what is Ningje? What is compassion? It's opposite. I'll give a hint.
It's being happy, and that will help ease the suffering of self and others.
So what is loving kindness? Bad?
Yes. Wanting to be happy, self and for others, right?
What is loving kindness?
Oh.
Wishing to be happy? Is that what you meant?
Yes, that's a wish.
I said
Very simple. Wish to be happy.
Wish to be happy.
So what is compassion?
wish to be happy.
That is loving kindness. What is compassion?
What is compassion? Loving?
Practicing,
Opposite.
like practicing loving kindness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Through action, kindness of others.
Okay. It's opposite. Wishing, it's a wish again. Okay. Wish
For others
We-
to be happy?
not to have suffering.
Oh.
Okay? Wish not to have suffering. May all sentient beings, okay, I'm reciting the line, for immeasurables. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. That's a line prayer. So now when we break it down, when it comes to yourself,
Okay.
Wish to be free from suffering. Wish to be free from suffering. The other one is wish to be happy. This one is wish to be free from suffering. Of course. Why? Because you want to be happy. You don't want suffering. The desire, you can say desire to be free from suffering. You do not desire suffering. You always desire happiness. So these two are the two sides of a same coin. Okay, coin has two sides, right? Okay, so one side is loving kindness, other side is compassion. One side wishing to be happy, other side wishing to be free from suffering. Okay? Can 동해 누구민도아?
No.
Do you wish to have suffering?
No.
No, right?
No.
Why?
We want to be happy.
Okay, you want to be happy. So you're talking about there's no coin without two sides. Okay? So from the, I don't know in English, it's same wish. One wish is positive, Okay? I wish to be happy. The other is same wish, but free from suffering. Okay? Technically, it's called Ningje. Ningje sirwa. That's why Tibetans say Ningje, Ningje legdwa. Ningje, when do you say Ningje? It's in every Tibetan mouth, but I don't know you youngsters. But in Tibet, we say, oh, Ningje, that means it's a wish to be free from suffering.
Mm-hmm.
We always say this,
So if you're free from suffering, doesn't really mean you're happy, right? Or
first wish, we'll talk about that. First, you always wish.
Mm-hmm.
So you always wish to be free from suffering, right? That's why you're moving all the time. That's why you're working or you're studying, because you do not want suffering.
Yeah.
Then we'll talk about what suffering is in the Four Noble Truths. Maybe you have already studied. Right? So that's why, that's why Buddha first said, this is suffering. This is the cause of suffering. This is the cessation. This is the path leading to cessation, the Four Noble Truths. Very simple. Dini dungye pawe tembo, dini kunjung pawe tembo, dini gogo pawe tembo, dini lam pawe tembo. Very simple. Four Noble Truths. Right? So suffering. That's why you didn't ask, what is suffering? This is suffering. When he said this is suffering, then suffering is of three types. The suffering of pain, the suffering of the change, suffering of change, and the conditioned suffering. So the three types of suffering. Or in other words, it's a pervasive, it's a conditioned suffering. So three types of suffering. So you don't know what.
그래, tamadi kare example 를 주나?
Your body.
Oh.
Do people suffer hand problems when they do not have hands?
No.
You will never have headache if you have no head.
Mhm.
You will have no leg problems if you do not have legs. So this is pungbunga shora pungbunga, the 5 hips. Suki pungbu, choe pungbu, dushegi pungbu, dujegi pungbu, number shebe pungbunga shora. The pungbunga, the 5 hips ligwa. The suddenly I don't remember in English. Suki pungbu, the form, the form that we have, the body.
Yeah.
Suki pungbu. The rest are all emotions, mental. Suki pungbu, choe pungbu, the feeling. Then dushe, the discrimination. Oh, this is red, this is white, oh, this is big, this is small, this is an emotion. And that discriminative emotion, I don't know, mental factor, not emotion, mental factor is the 3rd. Then we have the 6 consciousnesses. We have 4. And the last one, the 49 mental factors. So these 5 hips, we call hips, pungbo sira pungba, aggregates. When we do not have these 5 aggregates, then you will never suffer. There's no suffering of pain. There's no suffering of change, and there's no suffering of pervasive suffering or conditioned suffering.
What was the first one? Sorry, I'm gonna write that down.
What suffering of pain.
Suffering of pain. Okay, thanks.
Suffering of pain can be understood even by insects, by animals. The suffering of happiness, not happiness, suffering of change, very few people can understand. All these happiness that we enjoy in United States, because we are all from, they are all suffering. Why? Because it's change. For example, what is your best food? Daejeon, what's your best food?
My what food?
Best food. Your favorite
best
food.
Korean dish called sundubu jjigae.
Okay, how much can you eat?
Just one bowl.
What if you eat 5 times?
I would get nauseous. I don't think I can handle it.
You cannot handle. Why? Because that is not
too much.
You see, you're saying too much, So this every pleasure that we enjoy in our everyday life, they are by nature suffering. Okay, Beth, do you like cold weather or hot weather?
Not too hot. Prefer cold, but inside cold, but not outside cold.
Okay, see? So now you see, when you become very warm, you wish to have cold weather.
Yeah.
Then you go there, you feel very relaxed. But that very relaxed start the suffering. Then you become cold, and then you want to go back to warmth. Okay, so as soon as you go, actually it starts the suffering of change.
Yeah.
So whatever we do, okay, in the what we call this, the human in general, human happiness, they are all by nature suffering. Why? Because they change. Okay, so these two, even the suffering of change, many people do not understand that it's a suffering. That's why they are always running and driving here driving all the time. Because we do not know that it's suffering, that we confuse, we are mistaken that this is happiness, but in fact it is suffering. Then very, very, very few people understand the third suffering.
Only color, yeah,
What is
progressive.
that? Yeah.
캬바두제기 그래. 캬바두제기 동에서. It's a pervasive.
Can you
So
give
this
us
is
an
a
example?
technical
Yeah.
example. Lassa, you have a body. The body, because you have a body, you suffer.
Ah, okay.
Because you have a feeling, you suffer.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have a discrimination, mental factor, you suffer.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 hips.
Sounds like just being alive, you suffer.
Hmm?
Just being alive you suffer. Everything that can make you happy will eventually be sad, and then you'll be happy.
That is the suffering of change. Okay. So pervasive suffering is quite difficult to understand. We'll talk maybe some other time. You can ask your philosophy teacher. It's a meditation, okay? So it just comes into being. So wish to be free from suffering is compassion. So remember these technical terms. So you always wish to be free from suffering. That wish is technically called compassion.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Or in Sanskrit it's called karuna. Karuna. And Maitreya is Chamba.
Okay. Oh, you said Metta or something.
Metta is a Pali.
Pali, okay.
Okay, so now I want to be happy. I wish to be happy. It's always with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to be free from suffering is always with you. So this, the first 2 lines of the prayer.
Mm-hmm.
First it's you, and then you again expand this. My parents do not want suffer, do not want suffering, do not wish to have suffering. So you expand, and that you include your cat, because I saw your cat. Okay, so like this, you start expanding, first with your grateful people like mother, parents, and any other, and then you start with your teachers. They're very, very grateful, and then you see teachers are very, very, very grateful. That's why you have all this knowledge, because the teachers, so they're very, very grateful. And then to your friends, then again to your neighbors, then to your, expand, and then to the whole sentient being.
This is all in one meditation?
Yes, you can just think, Again, same. Rangi lula pelane, shena never majijis. Taking your body as an example, do not hurt others. I want to be free from suffering. Why? Because I want to be happy. If somebody hurts me, it suffers, it hurts. So I shouldn't hurt another being. And you expand this. That will make you a very, very, very happy person. No stress, no sadness.
Mm-hmm.
No. So you always relax, Like me. I'm kidding. And basically you really feel relaxed,
Mm-hmm.
My colleagues in Dharamsala where I work, they say, why don't you get angry? When they say, bad things to me, I said, what is the use of getting angry?
Right.
Because anger is like what Buddha said. Anger is like holding a ball of fire in your hand. Who hurts? You hurt, you know.
You heard.
A
Yeah.
ball of fire, and you hurt, you see.
Mhm.
And I know this. When you get angry, you hurt, not the other person.
오,
So you want to be happy. You do not want suffering. So why should I get angry? Because it hurts you.
Right.
Others try to hurt you, and you hurt yourself. But if you don't get angry, you're
Right.
free.
No attachment, right? No.
You don't want to suffer. You don't wish to have suffering. You always wish to be happy. You do not want suffering. That wish not to have suffering is compassion.
Right.
So when you expand this, then it becomes immeasurable. When you wish not to have suffering, that is a compassion to yourself. Then you extend it to 100 people. It's still not immeasurable. It becomes immeasurable when you have millions and billions where you cannot count, and it becomes limitless. That's why I call it immeasurable. You cannot measure. Very simple. And why you suffer? When you yourself, you do not know who you are. And we'll talk about this, in the coming weeks. So these are very, very powerful, like breathing, it will calm down. Okay, you will have clarity, you have bliss, and you have no thoughtless state. It's very nice, but it will not last. But when you start analyzing, generating love within yourself, loving kindness, and generate compassion within, then everything appears pleasant to you. Okay.
true, yeah.
So whenever you have a problem, you look at any problem, it's fine. You look at the problem. Can I overcome the problem or not? Two, right? Can I overcome the problem or can I not overcome the problem? Only two options. Okay? If now you analyze. For example, I'll give an example. For example, I have like students or friends who lost their son. They cry all the time, because they lost the son, a mother losing her son. Big thing. It's a problem. So can I overcome it or not? Two options. You can overcome it or you cannot. By being sad, can the son come back?
No.
No. So no option, right?
Right.
If you can overcome, then it says, do not worry. Why? Because you can overcome it. There's a way, methods to solve the problem. If there is no way or solution to overcome the problem, what's the use of being sad? Very simple.
Yeah.
Be happy. Kesi jusu yunani tila mika jishi chas lare.
But it
Kesi
takes
jusu yunani tila mika chechi pen lare. Kesi jusu. This is from the Shantideva's text. Kesi jusu yunani. If there is a way to overcome it, kesi jusu yunani tila mika jishi cha. Do not feel sad. Okay, what is the reason? What is the reason to be sad? Why? Because there's a way to overcome it. Finished. If there is no way to overcome it, what is the benefit? Okay, what is the benefit of being sad? Very simple. You see, middle way.
If someone dies that you love,
Yeah.
there's no benefit of being sad, but how could you not just say there's no benefit, so I won't be sad?
Just check yourself.
Yeah.
When you feel sad, does it benefit you or the person who already died? Who will get benefit?
Well, nobody gets benefit. Well, if someone you love dies.
Exactly the same. That's a problem. When you feel sad, do you get benefit? No.
No.
Does the deceased get benefit? No. So what is the use of being sad?
No use, but people do it anyway.
That's, you see,
Maybe to let go of your emotions.
that is the
bad,
problem.
right?
That is the problem, bad. You know, now you know the way.
Parents
Before
die.
they do not, bad. First, they do not know this. For you, now you know this. Now you know that there's no benefit. So, now be intelligent. Now use the intelligence.
I am intelligent enough during the times that I've been sad to know that I'm grieving. This, I want to be happy, but it's a process. It doesn't, not just like
Yes, yes, it takes time. So that's why practice. Use reasoning.
Yeah.
They use your this marvelous intelligence.
Is there ever a time to allow the sadness to kind of like get it out of your...
Of course, when you feel sadness, I also told you look at the sadness.
Okay.
That is the now I'm teaching our analytical meditation. So whenever you have sadness, we'll talk more. You ask this question in the coming weeks. Okay, this same question. Okay. Right now I'm analyzing. You have a problem. The problem is somebody whom you love very much is diseased. Now you feel sad. Okay, then be intelligent, Okay, by being sadness, am I being benefited? If you're intelligent enough, no. Okay, by being sad, does it help the diseased? No. Use logic. Then you say, well, so what's the use of being sad? So after all, you want happiness again, loving kindness and compassion. Think about this. Now use these logics. Okay, so we'll talk more about the things. And another way is when you feel sadness, you just look at the sadness and check your body sensation. And then you go, okay, sadness, that disease, that somebody whom you love appears. And then look at the image. And then you become blank. And again, when it becomes blank, you check your sensation and see the difference. If you're intelligent enough, you know your body, all the what do you call the negative energy is being released. And you feel happy, you feel relaxed. That is what you want. Very simple. Come on, be intelligent. What's the time now?
8:40.
Okay, now being said, this week you must meditate on loving kindness. First, understand loving kindness and compassion, okay? So loving kindness is wish to be happy, very simple. And compassion is wishing to be free from suffering. And these two are the two sides of the same coin. So you can practice this together, Okay? Good?
Part of this also be writing about it.
What? Excuse me? I beg your pardon?
Writing the thoughts rather than just meditating and think. Writing, yeah.
Writing the thought. I don't know. You are a painter. You can paint that sadness.
And I can write it too.
But does it help or not?
It does.
It does, yeah.
If it does it last? Again, it comes back.
Nothing lasts.
Yeah. So best way is use intelligence.
I could
This
use
is an expression. This is an expression. It's not you are cutting the branch. You know, the tree, when you cut the branch, it will grow. But analytical meditation is cutting the root, so it will not come back.
Oh.
Okay. And also the single pointed meditation are like cutting the branches. Okay, it's not uprooting the tree. So if you really want to uproot the problem, you must learn to do analytical meditation.